Hey everyone, so in this video, I wanted to talk about retention offers for credit cards because the other day I asked for and received a great retention offer for my Amex Platinum Card. So in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how I did that, what I said, and what offer I received and then accepted, because then hopefully you'll be able to do the same. But first, I wanted to quickly clear up some information about credit card retention offers because it seems like this type of info is becoming more well known to many people. So it's really no secret that credit card issuers pay a lot of money to acquire new customers for their credit cards, especially for cards that are a little bit more premium and have annual fees. And when that annual fee becomes due each year, those cardholders are going to see that pop up on their credit card statement and then debate with whether or not they should keep that card for another year and pay the annual fee or just close the card completely. Now, I believe that before anybody even thinks about closing an annual fee credit card account, they should at least consider asking to see if there might be a retention offer available. But basically, people just want to make sure that they're getting enough value from their credit card to justify paying that fee. Now, since these people are already customers and the credit card companies have paid good money to get them in the door, now they just want to keep them, which is where those retention offers come into play. So what many companies will do is they'll offer cardholders some sort of statement credit, points, or other extra benefit. That way those cardholders will pay the annual fee and keep that credit card open for at least another year. Now, each credit card issuer is going to be different in terms of the process they have and what retention offers they may be willing to give out, if any. But my thought process has always been that it never hurts to ask for a retention offer if I'm even remotely considering canceling or downgrading a card. I mean, when you think about it, it really is just a basic negotiation for a product that you're paying for, and many people tend to forget that a lot of things in life actually are negotiable. They just don't try to negotiate in the first place. Now, some things are obviously going to be a lot easier to negotiate than others, but when it comes to fees for financial products like credit cards, it's really worth a shot most of the times to try to negotiate. The worst thing that they can say is no, and remember, it's completely up to them as to whether or not they want to keep you or potentially lose you as a customer, so that is the leverage that you have. This is in no way taking advantage of the system or cheating or anything like that, because of course you can't force the credit card company to give you anything. It's all up to them to consider whether they want to pay you a little bit extra to keep you or potentially lose you and then have to pay maybe a little bit more to acquire a new customer, essentially to replace you. Now, one last thing before we go ahead and jump over to my computer screen to take a look at the chat that I had with American Express customer service. So I would not suggest requesting these retention offers too often, like every few months or anything like that. But if you actually do think that it's going to be hard to justify the annual fee on an expensive credit card like the Amex Platinum, then I think it's at least worth a shot asking to see if there are any retention offers available. Okay, so that brings me to my Amex Platinum card and the retention offer that I received, which was actually pretty good. So let's go take a look at the chat that I had with American Express. And after that, we'll try to keep this video short by going over a few final important things to know about retention offers with credit cards. All right, so here we are inside of the chat that I had with American Express. Now, before we get into this whole chat, I just want to remind anyone watching this that might also ask for a retention offer in this way, just be polite and be professional throughout the whole process. You're going to be talking to another person on the other end of this, not a robot. So as long as you're nice and professional, that should help with your odds of getting this retention offer that you're looking for. Shouldn't have to be said, but sometimes they can seem maybe a little bit pushy. They just want to make sure that you're getting the most value out of your Platinum card. So that's all they're doing with the questions they might ask, which you'll see here in just a minute. So let's get into it. Hello, I just noticed that my annual fee of $695 for my Platinum card was posted to my account the other day, and I'm considering canceling the card. I was wondering if there's any retention offers available that might help me to make my decision. Then after that, you can see I got an automated response. A customer care professional will be with you shortly. And then I was connected with somebody here. He said, I hope you and your family are safe and doing okay. Completely understand your concern. Allow me a few moments to check. And then at the bottom, you can see that they actually said they would connect me with the dedicated retention team available on the chat. So that right there is actually a good thing to note. American Express has a dedicated retention offer team that is going to handle these types of situations. It's pretty common for people to ask for retention offers with American Express, especially this year since they increased the annual fee from $550 to $695 on the Platinum card. I think they were anticipating a lot of people asking for retention offers. So this retention team is going to help me to get this offer into place, which is good to see. I'm off to a good start here. Then next here, hi Daniel, you are now connected to the membership consulting team. You're with us for 4 years and we value your business and membership with us. May I know why you're reconsidering this card membership? So then I said, my Platinum card has been good for its benefits, but it also has been very heavy with a focus on travel to get the most out of the card. And I have not traveled as much as I thought I would over the past year. Some of the new benefits and credits that were added to the card recently have been nice too, but with the annual fee increase for from $550 to $695. That was unexpected, and it's still tough to justify the cost. So right there, I kind of gave them a reason. That annual fee is definitely something that's going to be good to drive home with helping to get retention offers this year, in my opinion. That was something I wanted to bring up early. And they said, I understand your point about the annual fee. We would never put you in a position where you would lose money or pay for something you're not going to use. If you allow, we can quickly check what value the card can bring you in the coming months as per your spend. And if it's not the best fit for you, we can explore other options. So I said, sounds good to me. So they said, to understand your card needs, may I know if you have any upcoming travel between now and the end of the year? Then I said, right now I actually have a trip planned for this weekend, which was my trip to Puerto Rico. If anybody's been following this channel for a while, I had a really nice trip to Puerto Rico, which I'll talk more about in some future videos. But then I said, I decided to check in with my Platinum Card account, but outside of that, my travel plans are still up in the air for the rest of the year. So then based on my response there, I started to get some pre-written messages. As you can see, you might like to use our Platinum travel service, our travel counselors, and a whole bunch of that. Then they mentioned the $200 per year hotel credit and kind of go through the benefits of that there. After that, they mentioned the lounge access and talk about that a little bit, TSA pre-check, global entry. We recognize how the pandemic has changed our lifestyles, and we're adding more value, not only for card members who travel, but also for those who are at home. Here is what the card can do within the comforts of your home. And then they went over some more credits and other benefits that the card has here, like the Saks credit. And then they went over the Uber credit and the Equinox credit here as well. Then they said, may I know how these values sound to you? So after getting all of those pre-written messages, I had this whole defense that I was going to go into to go one by one down all those items and explain how it's not giving me as much value as it could. Again, some of those things do give me a little bit of value. I've explained it in previous videos as well, but some of those credits and those benefits are not as useful as they could be. So I was going to explain all those things. So I started off here by saying the travel benefits that you mentioned are able to only provide a small amount of value to me right now. Because the $200 hotel credit only applies for select hotels within those programs, I usually end up staying at other hotel properties outside of those programs because overall they're less expensive on average. Then I said, as I've not traveled much over the past year, I have not been able to use those airport lounges either. I flew back in October, but the flight was earlier in the morning and outside of the hours that the Centurion Lounge was open, which I was sad to hear. Then before I could even write any more responses to any of those other things that they mentioned in those pre-written messages, I kind of just got cut off and they offered me something here. He said, we'd love to keep you in the American Express family, but giving you an offer to keep your card open. So as you can see right there, they had these retention offers kind of already predetermined. Really didn't take much effort on my part to get the retention offer. I think that they really anticipated a lot of people kind of complaining a little bit about the increase to the annual fee. So as long as you were saying things along those lines and how you wanted to get more value from the card, but it was tough to justify it a little bit with that higher cost, they were already ready to offer me some amount of points or some sort of credit to go towards my account as well. So let's see what that was. All right, then right under that, you can see, as you are such a valued card member, you can earn 40,000 membership rewards points after you spend $3,000 or more on purchases on your Platinum Card within 3 months of accepting this offer. The 40,000 membership rewards points will be credited to your account 8 to 12 weeks after the purchase requirement has been met. This is our way of saying thank you for keeping your Platinum Card account open today. So 40,000 points is a very good offer. Like I said, it's a $695 annual fee, but 40,000 points, I value that very conservatively at 1 cent per point. Obviously, I'm probably going to get more value than 1 cent per point, but at that valuation, 40,000 points is $400. So effectively a $295 annual fee. And then I have all those credits and benefits on top of that, which just add to the value that the Amex Platinum Card can give me each year. Also, since I ended up getting this offer a day before going to Puerto Rico on that trip for about 4 or 5 days, I was able to just use the Platinum Card for any food or drinks or any other purchases I made on that trip, which really helps me to reach that $3,000 spending requirement a little bit faster. So those 40,000 points are going to be very easy for me to get. I said thank you for that offer. Those 40,000 points would definitely help me to justify keeping the card open for another year, so I accept. I like the options that you have for redeeming those points, like you said. So then I just had to be given this little disclosure, which I had to agree to as well. Now, like I just mentioned, I was given that retention offer pretty quickly by saying the things that I said. So if you are also considering asking for a retention offer on your Amex Platinum Card, you can use a similar script to the one that I use, and you'll probably have a good chance of getting some sort of an offer as well. So as you can see, retention offers can be a great thing if they're available to you, even though they're not always going to be guaranteed. But I think that for a more expensive card like the $695 Amex Platinum, you might be more likely to get some sort of an offer as compared to maybe a $95 annual fee card. Now, a few important final thoughts here. So if you watched another recent video of mine that I'll link up here talking about my entire personal experience after having the Amex Platinum Card for 1 full full year, you might remember that I actually got enough value from all the credits and benefits on this card that it outweighs the cost of the annual fee for me. But again, because this is such an expensive card, because I actually have to work pretty hard to remember to use all those credits, and because American Express decided to increase the annual fee from $550 to $695 within my first year of having this card, that is why I decided to go ahead and ask for a retention offer. Like I said before, this all goes back to negotiations, and it goes both ways. They said to me, okay, the market price for the Amex Platinum is now $695 per year. Are you willing to pay that? And after some thought, yes, I do still get enough value from some of the old credits and benefits and the new credits and benefits that were added after the annual fee increase. But since American Express was able to unexpectedly ask for more money from me, why can't I just ask for some more membership rewards points from them? Also, as a quick side note here, I have heard of some other people getting a statement credit for maybe around $400 instead of the 40,000 points. So right there, that's some similar value if you want to have the statement credit instead. That's probably all up to personal preference if you want to ask for one over the other. I personally like the points and the flexibility to get more value from those points, but it's likely going to be up to you and what you want. Remember, it's a free market, and American Express knows that they could have just said no thank you to my request for a retention offer. Then I would have actually had to decide whether I wanted to cancel or keep the Platinum Card. In all honesty, I would actually rather have the Schwab Amex Platinum Card over this regular vanilla Amex Platinum Card that I have right now. So if I had to close this regular Platinum Card, I wouldn't be too upset because I would go ahead and get that Schwab Platinum Card in the future. But another important thing that I wanted to touch on quickly here is that when my annual fee of $250 became due on my Amex Gold Card back in November, I decided that I was not going to ask for a retention offer on that card, and here's why. I know that I probably could have because, like I said, it never hurts to ask, but for me, the Amex Gold Card is much easier to justify the annual fee based on the credits that it has and the way that it earns points for things like groceries and dining. And knowing that I plan to ask for a retention offer like I just did for my Amex Platinum Card, I did not want to be pushing American Express too hard for back-to-back retention offers within just a few months. From what I was hearing, the retention offers that people were getting on the Platinum Card seemed to be pretty high, so I decided that I would just wait and ask for that, and I'm glad that I did. Now, my question that I have for you is, have you ever received a retention offer before from any credit card issuer? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, then go check out these other American Express videos on the screen right now where you can learn more about the Amex Platinum and the Amex Gold. But also make sure to go ahead and subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video and you want to see some more future content about credit cards and personal finance. As always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.